Yo, yo, we back for another video, and you know who it is. It's me, Jhood. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't never forget to give all praise and many blessings to the Most High. And again, all praise to the Most High. So, let me start off by saying, shout out Young Ant. It's my partner. I got his number. He done had he got all my numbers. I lose a phone, he one of the first people to get my number. I mean, so that's my partner. I respect your opinion, and you know I gotta react to it. So I'm not mad at what you said. You got your opinion. I respect your opinion, and your opinion is something similar to mine. Like, I'm not defending what my father did. I'm not defending what my father did, but I am defending my father. I don't agree with what my father did, but I'm not going to allow any harm come to my father. When I said enemies, friends, associates, all those people, I was referring to you, but I wasn't referring to you in a disrespectful way. Like you said, we both got each other's number. It wasn't no time for no hollering. Wasn't no need to do none of that, because right is right and wrong is wrong. Period. My father was completely wrong, and I've been told on before. So, what more can I say? But I'm not gonna check my father for what he did 20 years ago, when I was a baby, when I was a kid, when I didn't know what was going on. I'm not going to chastise my father, and I'm not gonna look at my father any other way. Period. Like, I did that already. You know what's going on. I'm quite sure J-Mac done told you what's going on. You with my brother every day. He told you how me and my father never really dealt with each other growing up. So when I say he made me into the person I am today, I mean, he brought Islam into my life. He the reason I'm alive. He's my father. And he helps me. Period. That's what I'm gonna leave it at that. He helps me when I need help. I don't ask for too much of anything. I got my own money, but anytime I need advice on anything, he there. There's been times where I'm in a prison cell and he helped me bust a $30,000 play. You feel me? You know, I'd have had you on the phone with my dad before all this that came out. So, you know how I feel about my father. That's my only parent I got left. So, I'm never gonna turn on my father, period. And you absolutely right. I do tell my dad to stay out the streets. Stop commenting on street stuff. Stay in that gated community where you live at. You feel me? In the $1 million homes, driving them $500,000 cars. You feel me? And that's the truth. I tell him that. But my father is my father. And I'm proud of my father. My father that did things that a lot of people father haven't. My father touched millions. You feel me? My father drove Rolls Royces his whole life. Bentleys. He put me in. My father's a good man. And like I said, I'm not justifying what he did at all. But I understand why he did what he did. And I don't agree with it. Now, I'm mature enough to understand why my father did what he did. My father had just passed for $500,000. My father was not in LA County. He was on the other side of the state, ducked off, because he just passed for $500,000. Now, dog was supposed to be my dad's friend, but he was envious of him. He was jealous because my father is who my father is. The connections by birthrights, the connections that my father have. And he asked my father to let him get X amount of money. My dad was like, man, I done gave homies 10, 20 years looking out. Not because my dad is fearful, but just because my father is the same type of person I am. And he likes to look out. And again, I'm quite sure my homies told you, and everybody done told you how I am, how generous I am. How I done took all my homies to get their first 10, 20,000. How from this prison cell, my homies call me and tell me whatever they need and they get it. Whether it's a package, whether it's bailout money, whether it's lawyer money, whether it's anything, they get it. That's what type of same type of person my father is. Not out of fear, but out of love. Because I treat people the way I would like to be treated. And that's how my father was. Now, this dude asked my dad for like some crazy amount of number, like 100 for free, for nothing. My dad was like, nah. He made it seem like it was cool. Then got off the phone with my father. Then called the snakes. When the snakes happened to be real close to my father. And said, hey, Box, hey, you should give dog whatever he want. Because he just gave orders for folks to kidnap Albernicia. Now, Albernicia, that's my big cousin. So, that's my dad's niece. At the same time, my father had just shot Albernicia's father in the chest, almost killed him because of an isolated situation. My dad and her dad had a lot going on, so my dad felt like he couldn't protect him because he was on the other side of the state. My cousin was going to school right there locally. So my father called the police and said somebody's trying to kidnap my niece. And whatever happened. I don't know, I wasn't even around. I know what was going on. I'm just going off what my father told me. Nobody went to jail. My father was never, to my knowledge, never no confidential source. It was just a lot of snake stuff going on. Like my dad would pull up and then people call dog, like, hey, Box right here. Trying to get my father unalived. At one point in time, over jealousy, not over no allegation, nobody going to jail. This is prior to all of this. So he knocked on my dad's front door. My dad answered and shot my dad 6, 7 times at his front doorstep. On another occasion, my dad is in his Rolls Royce. This is all prior to this. Somebody pull up and drop 30 inside the Rolls Royce. Luckily, it was bulletproof. So, it wasn't like my dad was scared for himself. Nah, it was these dudes playing a dirty game and they're trying to do something to my niece and my sister. And again, I don't agree with it because what I would have did was call my sister and said, hey, go pick your daughter up from school right now. And then I would have called my brothers and said, hey, go load up them K's. That's what I would have did. But the way my father described it was everybody was against him because this dude had the influence, and people was getting unalived. Period. So I'm gonna say, yeah, my father was completely wrong because this is the game that he chose to play, the street game. Period. I told my father to stay out the streets, but I'm never gonna go against him. Never. And I love my father. Me and my father got a whole lot more bonding to do. Me and my father never bonded on the streets. We did all of that in jail. Before I came to jail, I was a stepper. I was a full-fledged member. I'm just now maturing and trying to figure something else out. And yeah, I do consider myself a monster, but I'm tired of being a monster. You know I'm tired of that shit. That shit don't get you nowhere. You tired of that shit. You tired of it. Why you don't care about nothing but what the check say? You feel me? You my dog though. You feel me? I gotta react, but I know you wasn't dissing me. You was doing content. Now this is my response to your content. Everybody seemed like they want me to diss Wack. Wack ain't doing nothing but defending himself. And Wack ain't said nothing about me. Whatever my dad and Wack had going on, they had going on. I'm not finna diss Wack. My dad and Wack talk on a daily. I'm rocking with Wack. He want to see me win. And there's not too many people out there that want to see another black man win. So I'm not dissing Wack. I don't care about that street shit no more. I don't care no more. Shit is over. You feel me? You know, like I know Hef. That shit don't get us nowhere, fool. But destruction. I'm from where I'm from. I'm baby J Hood from Stevenson Village. I'm from where I'm from. I love my hood. But I'm a Muslim first. I'm a Muslim first, though. And you a Muslim too. That's why you my brother. And like I said, I respect your opinion. But I would die for my father. I would die for my family. Just like you're supposed to do the same for yours. I know you just lucky. You're not even lucky, just your brothers is like some of my best friends growing up. You feel me? We done been through it all. Juvenile hall, county jail, gang, you hear me? Back against the wall, enemy modules. We've been through it, me and your brothers. You feel me? So, you know, they know me. You know what's going on, fool. But, yeah, fool. And, it's just a fucked up situation that I was born into this situation. And, when I was younger and I first heard about this, yeah, I was young and dumb and sided with the streets. Yeah, at a point in time, I sided with the streets. But it's about time I start siding with my family. Cause that's all I really care about. And again, you my nigga, you my boy still. I would never let nothing bad happen to you. We still gonna chop it up. Probably gonna call you after this. This is early. You feel me? And I wanna see you win. You feel me? I wanna see you win. Shit, that's pretty much it. I said what I said about dog. Try to take my father's life. And if you know, you know. Before I run across dog. Yeah, I ain't gonna leave that alone. I ain't gonna tell that story. But yeah. Yeah. Dog know who I am. He knew who I was. You feel me? Like I said, it ain't no mystery who I am or type of stuff I used to be on. Even when me and my father wasn't getting along. And I seen that, man. I was on that. My cousin stopped me from doing it. You feel me? But it was gonna get done. And it ended up getting done anyway. I ain't had nothing to do with it getting done. Neither did my father, for the record. But I love the nigga that murdered him. No, I'm just talking, man. But you know what? I ain't finna fake it front, man. All praise to the Most High, the best of all planners. And a lot of people who went against my father, they dead. My dad ain't put nobody in jail, not one person. And that's because the best of all planners planned it this way. He planned it this way, you know? So maybe all this is just a sign for me to keep winning and open my eyes. You feel me? But hey, I got nothing but love and respect for you. And you my nigga. And you know, ain't no love lost. Whack, ain't no love lost. And everybody else, shit, ain't no love gained. You hear me? They're my niggas. But everybody else got my dad name in their mouth. I respect you. Do your content. Do your content, gang. But ain't nobody gonna put their hands on my father. My father's 60 years old. 60. And I seen in the comments, niggas is saying, well, Young Ant, you defended Big Sad. And if you remember what Young Ant said about Big Sad, he said he didn't feel like Big Sad told. So that's something totally different than what I said. I said, I know what my father did. He was wrong. And but the only thing is Young Ant got my own. He said like I'm justifying. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying, shit, what am I supposed to do? You feel like I should have just shut up? Yeah, maybe some stuff better left unsaid. But I didn't do that I don't care about how the rest of the world view me. I care about how my family view me. And I want my father to know, I don't care who know, that I'm rocking with him. I don't care about that. Period. I'm not ashamed of who my father is. I'm not ashamed of nothing my father done went through or nothing I done went through. Because it made us the men we are today. Period. Mistakes that I made back in the day, I would never make today. Period. Things I've done back then, I would never do today. Period. And shout out to my son, because I want my son to have my back like I got my father's back. Alhamdulillah. All praise the Most High. I'm going.